Hi guys, good morning. Welcome to Bajerski YouTube channel. It's a beautiful, glorious day outside. Spain is now starting to feel a little colder. As you can see, I've got my jacket on. It's a full day today. We're rushing around. We're busy doing our work. I'll be back shortly to work on the crystals and all of the other things that we're doing today. But I did promise to make a little video today. So I don't really know what to talk about. So I thought I'll take one of my first little handbooks that I made, which is called Hold That Thought. And let's just give you a little message today and see what it says for you. So I'm going to page 81, and it's not a massive message, but I'll elaborate when I've read it, okay? So you want to come a little closer, okay? Your message is, believe in your signs. They are all around you. So what does that mean? Believe in your signs. Most of us don't really have the time to even see our signs. Most of us don't even understand what that means, because what are signs? I've never seen a sign, but the signs are really, if we put it into terms, what I used to say all the time is, it's not the thunderbolt and lightning strikes, it's the little whispers, it's the little synchronicities, it's those moments when we go, that was strange, oh, how did that happen? And these little things that most of us just are not aware of. We simply are not aware because we're too busy in our minds thinking about things that don't normally happen, worrying about things that the worrying doesn't make any difference at all. It doesn't help matters. And the fears and all those things that our world tries to pull us down, the darkness, the system, all the things that are there constantly to keep our mind active. The best way that I found that I saw my signs were to simply disregard what I've been taught and what my mind was telling me all the time. And you've heard this repeated, but it's a challenge. You can only find it in the stillness. You can only find it when you still your mind, when you stop thinking. And you may think, well, I need to think, or else there's no way I'm going to see my signs. I need to think about what I need to see. When you clear your mind, and when you have a clear mind, when you truly have a clear mind, it's those moments when you live in the moment. So what does it mean? What does that mean? Well, you only know when you live in the moment, when you are in that moment. Oh, but I'm always in the moment. Everywhere I am, I'm in the moment. No, that's not true. Because when you think you're in the moment, you're actually thinking ahead of yourself. You're thinking of your future or your past, but you're not actually in that moment. We call it the present. And that's the key, and that's the challenge, to be able to live in the moment. And I often say to many of you, how many times have you ever walked down the street and actually stopped and looked around you and thought to yourself, wow, look at those flowers, look at everything around me. But you don't, because you're too busy trying to get to where you're going. So living in the moment is something that you have to work on. It doesn't just happen. Maybe it does, because when the penny's dropped and you realize, wow, I've never actually been present to my life or the moment or every single action that I do. So it's so relevant to your spiritual journey and your path to try and capture moments of living in the moment. So by practicing meditation, by clearing all the negative thoughts of your day and simply just being present in that moment, just being with you in that moment, is the start to be able to see those signs, to see the synchronicities that I believe the universe is always giving you. And you may watch these videos and think Mark's a lucky person because he's had all of these experiences. Let me tell you, those experiences only really truly started to happen when I started to grasp and understand spirituality, to understand my path and what I needed to do. And that was to break free from all the nonsense, all the chit chat, all the bickering, all the gossip, all the negative people who were around me saying bad things, negative things, sad things, angry things. To be able to say, enough of this. I've done this for 38 years. It's not helping me. In fact, if anything, it's making me feel worse, and I feel more upset with life. I feel more pain for my friends and all their suffering. And I couldn't break free from that because I was in it. I was invested in my family and my friends and all their pain and suffering on top of all mine. So I had to make that decision then and there to say enough of that. And I needed a holiday from not only everybody, but from myself, from my thinking and my thoughts. So I made a conscious decision not to worry anymore, not to worry about the future, not to think about the past, but just to focus on the moment. And let me tell you, when that happened, miracles started appearing. I started to change. I started to feel stronger. I started to feel more powerful. And it isn't selfish to do that. It really isn't. It's a beautiful thing to do. And then you start to feel stronger. You start to see your signs, and all of a sudden your path starts to make sense. And all of a sudden who you are and where you're going begins. The appearance of your true journey starts to unfold in front of you. So those are the keys. And the message this morning was exactly that, to take you to where you're going. So be present in where you are and what you're doing. One of the most beautiful things to feel and to change is the chip of being in blame and being sad to being thankful. To say thank you for not just who you are, but for what's about to come. So one of the greatest words I use is thank you. I look up and say thank you. And by saying thank you, it's almost like saying you're trusting that everything that's about to come will come. You're thanking the universe for what's about to happen, but you're not actually waiting and looking for it. You're just living in the moment. And all of a sudden these things appear. So there's a difference between saying, okay, my future's going to be amazing, I'm looking for it. No. Just let the flow occur in the moment. And you'll be surprised how many signs you start to see. And that's my message for you this morning. I love you all. You're amazing. There's no difference between you and I or anybody else. It's just that I believe the circle of life always gives us positive, negative, happy, sad, challenges, miracles. So it's not a case of I am doing this to change my life for the better. No, I'm doing this to see all the things that I need to see rather than feel bad, constantly feeling sad, worried, neglected, blame. So it's a real wonderful piece of advice that I took on board, and the stillness really made a difference to my life. And then you step out of the bubble of the illusion that you believe you are in to see, wow, it was just an illusion. And now you create your own world by the positive, by the trust, by the flow of this belief that all is as it should be. And where I am right now is where I'm meant to be. But more importantly, where I'll be taken to is exactly where I'm going. Therefore, I don't need to think. I don't need to worry. I don't need to panic. I just need to be in the moment. And then at that moment, you start to attune to your higher self, and this vibration around you becomes stronger because of the release of the fear, the worry, the negativity, the gossip, the chats, the all what you see. And all of a sudden, this energy grows and grows and grows. And Spirit smiles and goes, hey, they're ready now, guys. They're ready. Now we can give them all that we always have done, but now they're able to see. And I think it's up to you to be able to see your signs. So this morning was a little tip, a little bit of a message to help you understand that today is the first day of the rest of your life. In fact, it hasn't even started yet. It's just about to, soon as you switch off. Get ready for an amazing miracle. Get ready for your signs. Feel them in the moment. From my heart to yours, have a beautiful day.